honestly, you've totally changed us and me.
Like the stress of like just regular everyday life was like so heavy. Like I'm like, I don't want to feed them. I don't want to like I have to turn off the TV. Like it was just like so heavy, like every daily like things. And so now I'm like, yeah, this is great. Like, let's have dinner. Let's like go to the park. Like, I just feel like I'm enjoying my life, like as a mom.
I was just disconnected. I wasn't even seeing my child as a human. I was like seeing him as a set of behaviors that needed eradication. And now I feel like we are like family again. There's love. It's like, oh, the love is back.
Love your program. It like makes me cry. We get so frustrated because I have no tools.
It's the first time, like, just even the other parents, like, hearing everyone just sharing stories that I felt like, okay, like, these are people I can, like, be honest with and talk to about what's going on, just because I feel like I'm the only one in the world dealing with this. So to be in the group and to hear the stories that connected, like, consistently connect so deeply is, in itself, beyond all the other things, has been a place of like, okay.
I go to bed at night feeling proud of my parenting for that day. And I even told my husband last week, I am a good mom. And he laughed because he's been telling me that every day for 12 years. But this was the first time that I said it to him.
I looked back at the comment I put on the first values lesson, and I put something along the lines of feeling like I have to walk on eggshells around my oldest. And I was like, oh my gosh, I remember feeling that way. And it feels nice to feel like I remember feeling that way, as opposed to feeling like I'm still living that way.
Our 6-year-old son, who's strong-willed and highly sensitive, was like overwhelmed with various anxieties and was sleeping on a makeshift bed in our room, waking up like all night long. I mean, nobody was happy or in a good place. And right now he's upstairs folding laundry, like, and we didn't have to force him. He was just like, oh, sure, I'll fold some napkins, you know? And it's amazing to think about that contrast. Yeah, it's been just, I mean, amazing. It's really changed our whole life. And so we're super grateful and feel really lucky to have had the opportunity to be a part of it.
The word transformation is actually very accurate, because I think we are all a part of this because we sense something inside of ourselves that needed a shift. And sometimes you don't know what that shift is.
It's just helped her feel like she's a good mother, and you've helped her become a good mother, and you've helped her avoid the self-criticism of wondering whether she's a good mother. And of course, then that spills over into benefits for me, and she brings tips about being a better father to me. And
I feel good about myself when I put my kids down for bed at night, versus the awful, gross shame spiral that I would go into before. So feeling like in line with who I want to be as a person is a huge part of it, because I know I'm a loving person and I wasn't always showing up that way. And the other piece is that I don't believe that my kids and I would weather the storm of what, you know, our life looks like right now, and a divorce and not having the time together that we had before, without the quality of connection that we have when we are together.
But right now, I think it's different. Like, he's regulated. Like, we're doing hard stuff. He's in a new school. He has tough interactions, but they're not weighing him down like as much as they were before, because he is more regulated.
My husband's a firefighter, so when he was gone, it's like, you're on your own. Like, nobody's coming home today. Nobody's showing up. People don't want to help you. You don't have a community. Like, all of these messages were kind of in my sphere. And what I realized through the beginning of this work was that the feeling of rage was very closely linked to the feeling of helplessness. The temperature is lowered, and I feel less alone and less helpless.
It's just been kind of amazing growth. but it's not something I can really come up with myself.
It really changed my life more than just parenting. And I think that was the thing that clicked in my ear, was like, I know the stuff that I'm bringing into parenting is not just revolved around parenting. I know there's more, and like I could just see it all, but I couldn't quite get to it, right? So I don't know. Then I joined TTP, and it's been really, really good for me.
Those moments where I'm just like over the top and can't deal are happening less frequently. Yeah. I don't know. We would have been, I don't know where we would have spiraled without having had this that said yes to this.
Now we're like gazing into each other's eyes at bedtime, it's just so sweet. So, and like, I didn't have that, little extra bit before, and I didn't even know I was missing it.
Because our conflict level has died down, we're getting a lot more affection and love. Like doing the TTP course with Abigail was, for me, very transformative, deep, profound experience. And I really think very dearly of Abigail. So thank you, Abigail, for helping me and my family.